Advanced Communications is an English elective open to juniors and seniors who, after a successful completion of communications, want to improve their public speaking skills. Additionally, this class will be the perfect preparation for college-level courses and the multitude of presentations. Additionally, Advanced Communications is a way for speech team members to practice and present their competitive speeches as well as practice small group communication during school hours rather than just during after-school practices.
Cinema Studies is one of the many English classes that almost all students will enjoy. Not only are you learning about a subject that is genuinely interesting, you are doing it in an effective way. Watching some of your favorite movies over several class periods offers a way to look at your favorite films in completely different perspectives. I recommend Cinema Studies to all students, movie buffs or not, as a class that will teach you a lot while also doing so while you're having fun.
If you've taken Cinema Studies 1 and enjoyed it, and perhaps you want to learn more about movies, I'd recommend taking Cinema Studies 2. Of course, there's always the surface level of everything, but in this class, you'll dive deeper into the art form of film. In contrast to Cinema Studies 1, you will learn more about other aspects of filmmaking, such as directors and screenwriting. So you can have an extra credit to fill, love movies, and have taken Cinema Studies 1, you should take Cinema 2.
Writing 1 is a wonderful opportunity for students to explore writing themes and things that they don't typically have time to cover in a normal English class. It allows students to write creatively and get feedback from teachers and students alike to really help them grow and expand as writers. And this is a really great class for somebody to take if they're thinking about pursuing a career in English or just writing, or even if they just like writing and would like to take it for a semester. No matter what, the student is going to walk away with tips and tricks that will help them in not only their personal writing, but English essays and things like that like.
Being in Creative Writing 2 is a lot different than any of the other English electives that I've ever taken, in that you start off in Creative Writing 1, which is where you learn all the basics of creative writing, and then coming into Creative Writing 2, you have a lot of new things that you learn, and you, as a student, get to choose the course. So in my class, we got to write vignettes in one acts, which will now be performed in this year's winter play. So it helped not only help me gain confidence in my writing, but now I'm also going to be able to see it get performed at the school in the winter play. And you also get to do a lot of peer editing. So you get a lot of advice from your peers about what they think is good, what they think you could improve on. So being in that class has helped me improve my writing and gain a lot more confidence with it.
Humanities is a course where we talk about philosophical ideas and we explore them and go more in depth. Some of the most key topics we go through are happiness, religion, and why we exist. I really enjoy this class because it's very discussion based, it's very free flowing. We could talk about whatever we want, we could go off on tangents, but of course we stay on topic in the class. But it's a very fun, enjoyable class. And it's very discussion based and a lot of communication between all the students.
Journalism is open to juniors and seniors who would like to contribute to the school newspaper, and is possibly one of the best classes that you can take at Lamont High School. Not only do you learn about how the journalism process works and how to interview people, but also about bias and AP style. When you take the class, you can join one of several different positions, including becoming a copy editor, a business and public relations manager, a web editor, or a media specialist. There are usually 2 issues of print issue a year, one in the winter and one in the spring. meaning that you will become a published journalist. We also run the online newspaper, the LHSTomtom.org. In addition, starting next year, the class will be available to freshmen and sophomores.
Modern fiction is a class that allows students to explore modern pieces of English and share their interpretations. I took this class my freshman year, and my most memorable experience was when we had a modern fiction themed book competition where books from all different kinds of genres, from horror to romance to science fiction, competed to be the best book. In the end, Salt of the Sea by Rudy Sepetys won, which I had the pleasure of reading myself. What I liked about this class was that it allowed for students time to read for pleasure instead of just reading for required like in our English classes. I would recommend this class to anyone who enjoys reading, talking about books, or even a little competition.
Literature Supernatural is a course in which students read mostly literature about fictional creatures such as vampires or ghosts. And these pieces of literature are analyzed through discussions in class so that everyone gets to hear each other's different interpretations of the story and learn about how supernatural creatures represent issues in society. And the focus of the class is connecting the problems in the story to a time in history or the modern world to see what societal norms are being criticized by the author. And one project that we did was an independent novel project. So everyone read a story, and it was like they got to create their own little book talk after they read the story after a few weeks. And the class is basically just a good class to learn how to analyze literature in, and you can apply that in like other English classes, and how supernatural creatures are more than just monsters in a story.
My name is Alex Kennedy, and I'm the president of the National English Honor Society. Through NEHS, members complete hours of community service and promote literacy throughout the community. The requirements to get into NEHS are you have to have a certain GPA in your English classes, and you have to have gone to a past NEHS event, participated in book buddies, or have taken any English elective. Two major events that we have here at the high school are the Poetry Slam and the Spelling Bee. Another big thing we are doing this year is each member will write a short story, and they will be sent to orphanages in developing countries.